So I'm Mark, I have type 1 diabetes, and I'm gonna take you from my diagnosis all the way to me chasing the Boston Marathon. Starting with my diagnosis, what this looks like for you guys that don't know is you start losing weight drastically because you don't have insulin to carry the glucose from your bloodstream into your muscle tissue. So the food you're eating isn't being used as fuel, the carbs at least. Your glucose goes super high, your ketones go super high, and you need insulin to reduce the ketone production. So you go into diabetic ketoacidosis, and I was throwing up crazily. If I was home, I would have been hospitalized, but I was at college with my friends and nobody knew what was up. So I was drinking tons of water, eating tons of food. Despite all this, I was losing a lot of weight. So I would say August, I was 175. End of November, I was 139. And I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, so I don't produce insulin. I inject insulin into my fat tissue every time I eat a meal that has carbs. It sounds simple, but it's difficult. It's difficult to execute. Same thing as working out. It's simple, right? You work out every day. In reality, it gets difficult. Most people don't work out every day. People know they should, but they don't. One thing that helped me work out every day is my Garmin. This is a free ad for Garmin, but this Garmin tells me all these fun stats about my running, how much I'm improving, where my fitness is at. It motivates me to sign up for these marathons. All of a sudden I signed up for a marathon. I did 2 half marathons, and I got another marathon in 2 days. It just makes running measurable, and it gamifies running, and it's just fun to improve and feel fast. I think I was a senior in college. I was like, oh man, so if I could have some tool for my diabetes, made my diabetes engaging like this Garmin did for my running, I would love that. So we developed our app called Enable Diabetes, and what we do is we sync glucose data from a CGM, like a continuous glucose monitor, a Dexcom or a Freestyle Libre, and we pull it in and we grade that management. We keep track of that over time. We notify you every day how that went, how your streak of good days has progressed, and basically just trying to create awareness and progress with your diabetes management. Just put up a scoreboard and try to win the game. This has been super impactful for us that have been using the app, and we've been progressing drastically just because we're aware of how well we're actually doing. Instead of looking at this line graph, it quite literally is data, but it's qualitative because looking at a line, it's hard to tell how good that day is. Back to running, I've been running about lower 20s on average for the past 9 weeks, and I peaked at about 15 miles for a long run. I'm really optimistic about this run because in the past, I was terrified of going low, so I wouldn't take my long-acting insulin the night before, but I'm going to do that this time so I can take a little bit more carb during the race and stay in range. Running in the lower 20 miles per week for 9 weeks sounds like a lot to a non-runner, but to a runner, it's not much. And I'm a young runner, so I can't handle tons of mileage. And what I did was focus more on quality and less on, getting just bulk volume. And I wanted to feel fresh because in the past I've tried ramping up to like 35 miles a week way too quickly, and I would get injured, be out for a week or two, and it's just not productive. So I was just focused on getting consistent mileage, consistent workouts for 2 months, for 9 weeks straight, and I think that'll pay off because I'm feeling good. I did a lot of cross training with hockey, biking, and that makes you durable in other ways. As I said earlier, I am taking that long-acting insulin, so I'll be able to eat more carbs. These are my homemade gel, and I filled it up with bananas, maple syrup, peanut butter, and an electrolyte pill. I split it open or whatever, and the bananas will provide fiber, and the peanut butter will provide fat, and that'll slow down the uptake of glucose. I'm not gonna be able to bolus for insulin for the gel, so that will help slow it down and help me keep me in range. So yeah, it'll be great. And I'll use some of the Humagels and some of the Gatorades from the marathon. But yeah, Garmin still predicts I'm gonna do like a 3:21 or something. So, and yeah, this week has been just a couple short runs. I did my long run this week was about 8 miles, and I actually did pretty high intensity on that 8 miles. Yeah, just a few shakeout runs. I played hockey yesterday, and then I'm gonna do just a light gym workout today, and then a shakeout run tomorrow before my marathon Sunday. The weather's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be like lower 40s, sunny. So I'm gonna wear a t-shirt, probably gloves, and then just regular shorts. And it should be a great race. I'm pumped for it. My goal to qualify for Boston is a 2:55 marathon. That's about 6:40 per mile pace. It's a super flat marathon. And it's right along the lake, so it should be cool, and hopefully I'll hang on. So stay tuned. Have a good day. This was Mark from Enable Diabetes, and that was my diagnosis to race week. Now you're caught up, and this is episode 1 of the series.